Hello everyone, it's Oliver Harper here, and I'm back with Duncan Casey and Richard Jackson for a new video special. And today it's on the movie TC2000. Now this is on Laserdisc. Look at that, it's ginormous CDs. Yes. So we haven't seen this film before. Well, I've seen little bits of it. It's on YouTube, but like 5 other people have uploaded the whole movie. So I thought, well, we should be able to do a video special. Stars Billy Blanks, the guy does those exercise videos. Tybo?
Yeah.
Tybo, yeah.
Star of Tough and Deadly with Roddy Piper.
And it's got Matthias Hughes in it, who was the bad guy in Dark Angel, that Dolph Lundgren movie.
And Bolo.
Oh yes, and
Yeah,
Bolo, of course, Bolo. Bolo playing a good guy, apparently. So it seems quite interesting. So yes.
Well, for those of you who don't know, those of you who didn't grow up in the 80s, this is a Laserdisc because people used to have much bigger hands. So to the size of our hands in the 80s, this looked like the size of a normal CD.
After Chernobyl and everything.
All of our hands have atrophied drastically,
Yeah.
so now we have normal sized DVDs that you know about.
Science.
Hashtag fact.
Magic. Okay, everyone, let's get started.
If you'd like to sync it up with your copy of TC2000.
Maybe I've done a video special for ages.
Yeah, I know. I've been put on some weight since then.
Suck your guts in, lads. I've probably lost some hair.
Yeah.
You know, it's all fine. Ship your ugly looking house.
They have actually been on camera otherwise as well, so I don't know why. Anyway, Film One production.
Is BBC One gone doing film?
Yeah.
BBC One's first foray into film.
With TC2000 with Billy Blanks.
Terry Wogan was originally cast as Billy Blanks as TC2000.
Old hell.
Oh, damn.
TC2000.
Well, I spent money on the titles.
Have they? Have they really? Babby Phillips. I love... what year was this?
93.
Mate, there was such a glut of these around the time of Terminator 2. It's one of my...
yeah.
Like Project Shadow Chaser, and there's that one with Olivier Gruner and stuff, and all these kind of
Yeah.
like... Is he a robot in this? Or is there a robot
No,
in
She is, right?
Because there's lasers. Lasers.
Well, but yeah, I know what the basic plot is.
I got lasers.
The plot is basically all the rich folk live underground because there's an ecological disaster in the future of 2020. So it's just ahead of its time.
So this has got 3 years to sort itself out then.
Yeah, and everyone goes around on bikes basically and policing the overground from all the people that survived, all the sort of the troublesome people who don't like the rich folk.
So the rich people live underground,
Yeah,
and they are not rich, live above ground.
going deeper underground.
Yeah, did they base their society on Jamiroquai? Or was it?
The guy's voiceover sounds a bit like the guy who played Spawn.
Oh, what, Michael J. White?
Michael J. White. I did a film with him.
Did you
It's
really?
coming out, yeah.
Oh, I love him. He's
Accident Man.
cool.
He's an excellent man. He's coming out at some point this
Oh,
year.
well, he's an
Don't know.
accident man?
Yeah.
Ah, based on the Pat Mills comic,
Indeed.
2000 AD fans.
Indeed, I play Mr. Cullum Kenyon, and I actually found my character like in a comic with Google image searches, but I found the character. I don't look anything like him, but that's so
neither
I
here nor
actually
there.
am part of a comic book universe.
Oh, it's quite a straight up.
That's cool.
It's
Actually, I should say that to the 2000 AD guys because that's 2000 AD comic, right?
no, not
Oh.
exactly. Kind
Was
of,
it like
kind
Hardware
of, sort
sort of
of.
deal?
No. It was in Toxic, which is kind
Oh,
of
okay.
kind of sort of a spin-off.
But
But it's by Pat Mills, so basically,
yeah, basically,
yeah.
it's the same universe, shared universe. Well, Valverde. Yeah.
Hashtag Valverde.
So he's wearing like a welding. So he's just gone back into the laser area.
So,
These are protected zones, aren't they?
It's like Laser Quest, really.
but not as good.
Welding masks and a. It's just a
So
welding
hard in
mask.
here.
It is,
There
yeah.
is a welding mask.
It's a bit like the lady from who's in Dune at the beginning. What was her name?
There
Billy
he is.
Blanks.
Billy Blanks. Billy Blanks. I've done his Tybo videos because my girlfriend has those. And I did
There's a
those.
craze, wasn't it? When they started doing the DVDs and stuff, people were going crazy for his workout regime.
Yeah.
He's
He's a cool guy,
He's 61 though. He's still
Yeah,
in
he's still doing it.
fantastic
It's
shape.
more, and this is a newer one as well, isn't he? In the last couple of years, and he's still doing it. It's freaking amazing show. Because he's an ex-boxer, right? Is he a boxer or a Thai boxer? Kickboxer?
I think it's martial arts you're trained in. Yeah.
Yeah.
I gotta say, most of this stuff doesn't look half bad.
It looks
It's pretty.
all bad. It doesn't look half bad.
It was obviously this is matted to 4:3, so obviously it would have been shot in 185. It went direct to video, so it wasn't far as I'm aware, there was no theatrical
Theatrical.
run. Maybe in like one country for like a week or something.
Yeah.
But the director was a stunt man, then became a director.
No.
Which is always thing. And he basically just took the job. He didn't know really. He was a bit inexperienced, he said, when he shot this. So
What I love about these movies, so many of these movies, it's like someone's cousin works in a power plant and then they write the script.
Yeah, around the location.
We got switches, we got valves. Can you write something about the future? Yeah, of course I can.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
Can we get lasers?
Oh, hello.
Look at that.
I'm sort of in love with this. This is amazing. It's really won me over already.
Oh, Billy.
it's missing like red brown, isn't it? That's what it is.
Well,
Red brown.
Red brown. Red. He did some sort of. He played Captain America in the 70s TV movie things.
Oh, okay.
He can't act for tough.
kind of a wheezy 70s dude.
Can't act for toffee, but now he has to.
Yeah, no one give him any money.
Look at this fight.
Just people like we are the abseilers.
But how are they going to get past that blue laser beam?
Yeah, right.
Oh no, the blue laser beam's down. Oh, is that what happens when you go through? Yeah, the blue laser beam. No, it's not.
Explode. Oh.
What? Okay, look, that
Where?
probably makes sense, but we're talking over it, so we
Yeah.
can't tell about the intricate
Billy
plotting.
Blanks' face then was quite amusing. It's like he's like scared to be on a motorbike. Let me off this fucking thing.
I feel sick. I've got a massive green radar on my vision.
It's like Amiga graphics, isn't it?
Wait a minute.
Wow, that was a
There is, yeah, they
They do
do.
love their James Cameron blues, don't they?
people run,
I
jump
gotta
over the
say,
camera.
there's some creative camera work in this. I'm going to give it its due. 5 minutes in.
Yeah.
How long is it? Is it like 81 minutes or something?
It's about an hour 40, I'd say.
Oh Jesus.
Okay.
I mean,
See
for
if
an
you're still
for an
saying
action
that
film,
then.
Yeah,
direct to
yeah.
video, you don't, they're never 2 hours, whatever. They're all-
I think
It's Sci-Fi Channel stuff, isn't it?
you should be capped at 89 minutes for this kind of lot.
yeah.
Well, it's Sci-Fi Channel Psycho. That's quite cool. In your face.
Yeah, I was just saying before we started, if we're choosing Billy Blank's films, my one is Tough and Deadly with Rowdy Roddy Piper.
Tough
It's a
and deadly.
cool movie.
Is that the other one?
The other one.
Rough and ready.
Well, there's another Billy Blank's team up buddy one, and I'm sure there's a bit that involves a man making smoothies with Snickers
there was
bars.
quite a run of the WWF wrestlers going into doing these kind of direct-to-video action movies, wasn't there?
Yeah,
So
that
Hulk
was-
Hogan did a couple. I'm sure the Ultimate Warrior did the odd one. I'm sure of it. Maybe I'm wrong.
Well, there's what's No Holds Barred with Hulk. I always confuse that. Over the Top is the Stallone.
Yeah.
Arm
Yeah.
wrestling.
No Holds Barred is fucking wicked. It's really arch. It's like super self-aware. I like it a lot. Like kind of like Showdown in Little Tokyo. It doesn't get its due because it's kind of all crazy and fun.
That's a movie I still
But this
got
is
to review,
way
actually.
like RoboCop right now, which is probably
looks
no
like Lewis,
coincidence.
doesn't
Well,
she?
yeah, and they kind of got like
Yeah.
OCP-ish gear on.
Hey, yeah.
This is good. Moving camera. Quev.
Grab.
Quev.
Is that just a remote? Oh no.
I
Just
just turned him off.
Turned him off.
You were quite good at turning me off.
I love
That was a wicked little movie. He just did a wall
There's a
run
lot
there.
of wall, yeah, he's been doing some wall kicks.
Well,
With a cool dry wit like that.
I
that
think
could be an
Billy
action.
Blank should have played Cyborg in the DC universe. 61-year-old Billy
Yeah.
Blank.
Amazing, yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
But what? Okay, she's on a
There's nothing
computer.
on the
you
screen.
can't-
There's
there's
nothing on the screen.
She's just like just tapping
Trying to turn
like
it
this.
on. Like,
I saw a
Where's the Yenny key?
I saw a blind guy on the train with like a Braille laptop. It's crazy.
Wow.
It's just like a laptop, no screen, and then it had like a strip on it, which I guess was forming Braille because he was typing stuff and feeling it.
That's amazing.
It's amazing. Well, I thought it looked like a laptop.
I sat next to a police officer the other day on the train. I'm used to a police officer because I know what police officer laptops look like, and they have this thing they put over the screen where you can't see.
Oh
it from
yeah,
any angle.
it's like a polarizing filter.
Yeah.
It's like you get in a camera. So yeah, you look at it at the right angle, you can't.
Yeah.
Oh,
My
that's-
boss had one of those, and it's kind of like work in a school. You're not a spy. Also, police laptops have a big blue light on them. Woo! Every time you get an email,
Look at
that flat top!
Flat top.
Hell.
Whoa!
You can handle a plane on that.
Well, a helicopter.
Helicopter.
Shave
Yeah.
an H in it.
It's like proper MC Hammer do, isn't it?
It's like a lowercase h.
Everyone should have parachute pants in the entire film. In the future, everyone has parachute pants.
And can't run.
Normal trousers have been outlawed.
Well, it seems like sideburns have been outlawed, haven't they? I told you to shave those sideburns. Okay, Mr. Burns, I'm not sure you know what sideburns are. You're off the team.
Well, that was Jaws then.
Richie Keel.
Yeah.
Jason Storm. No one's actually called Jason
No one's
Storm.
ever been called.
So what was it in Ghost of Mars? Ice Cube's called like a Desolation Williams or something.
Yeah, Desolation. Fucking hell.
Hey, I'm Desolation.
What's his name in Commando?
John Matrix.
John Matrix, yeah.
The East German
There
called
must,
John Matrix.
there must be someone, if you check the phone book, if you can find a Matrix surname. Must
Hair
be.
John Matrix.
Matrix. Herr John Matrix.
So no one that's growing up in East Germany. Surface World.
Surface World, you mean
Is that a
above
thing?
The
ground?
Surface, yeah.
The Surface, yeah.
He looks like Howard Moon. What's his name?
Howard Moon.
You know, from Mindhorn.
Oh, yeah.
Julian Barrett. He looks like
Barrett, yeah.
Julian Barrett.
Yeah.
He's like Action Barrett. Well,
Action Barrett.
he looks a bit wheezy, to be fair. I reckon.
He looks like he's overindulged somewhat on the old, everything.
You can just imagine him like smoking.
biscuits.
His breakfast is a gallon of milk, 3 steaks, and a pack of cigarettes. Look at that futuristic device. Imagine that
It's like a
computer.
chess
In,
game.
it's a computer in your pocket, guys. Imagine what that'd be like.
Everyone should be rocking those. What were those? Apple.
Look at this. It's so. Which is
Notepads.
RoboCop. It's a big, long take
Yeah.
walk through the locker room.
Oh, excellent! Oh, it's the bad guy.
It's
from,
Vigo.
it's bad guy from Dark Angel. What was his bloody name?
Is his name Bigelow?
Bobby something, isn't it?
He looks well
Mateus
porny.
Hughes.
He looks really porny.
Porny. First one to grate a whole block of cheese on his abs wins.
You got to grade it and then eat it. Looks like just chilling on a swing in the background.
I can't get down. Hello.
Wow, he's really gone for it with the shorts, hasn't he?
That's a giant though.
He is
Mateus
massive,
is
isn't he?
huge.
That must be really crap for like kickboxing because like imagine moving all of that size. It's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
can I
Oh,
be
that
wrong?
was it. Because in the film Dark Angel, that Dolph Lundgren movie, it's called I Come in Peace in some territories.
Okay.
He even
Oh,
put,
yeah.
he even put lifts on Mateus. So it was just like, well, you know,
Like 80 foot
yeah,
tall.
you have to
How
run
tall's
across.
Billy
You
Blank?
have to run
so-
across a bunch of cars as they explode as well. Did it all in one shot.
Fucking
It's
hell.
nice.
Yeah, he's you know,
Poundland Kim Cattrall there.
he's pretty. action as well.
Or it's just otherwise known Kim Cattrall.
That's the problem. You know,
Yeah, unfortunately, you can't spoonerise that, can you? Because
No.
it's 2Ks.
Yeah.
that was always a problem with these movies, wasn't it? Because you had these great martial artists who basically, you know, who were also good stuntmen, but when it came to the acting, it was always just a bit like, it's a bit
I'm
wooden. But you know, as you can either you have one or the other. Do you want good action or do you want kind of sloppy acting? Well, you know, I'll go for the action.
I can do action.
I'm really in love with this film. It's really taken me. It's fucking awesome. To the extent that I might watch it later properly. He said in the scene of 2 sweaty muscle men grappling.
I might watch this in private later on
I'm gonna watch it alone later.
at the bathroom on my iPad. With some candles.
I mean, I have a bedroom, but I'm going to be in the bath
Sit on
with
the toilet.
candles. I'm going to get down Lush and get a bath bomb.
Have a soapy wank.
Sophie Wank.
Oh, my big ass. My big dick.
Right in the massive dick. Oh my god.
That was like a Wharfdale speaker out there. Oh, my big head.
He's like Ken, isn't he? Roided up Ken from Street Fighter.
Whoa.
I think
So when the underground future police have a bit of a spat, they solve it by decking each other in the gym.
Basically, yeah.
All right, you've
like
had your
Travellers
face
do. Wow.
kicked in.
What's he doing there?
I don't know. Shaking it off.
Doing his sort of Timotei advert.
Yeah.
Look at this. It's like Dread. They got the balcony. Some crazy, modernist, brutalist building.
Yeah, I don't know where that is. It's pretty.
Look at it. It's a fucking cool, great location.
It looks like an unfinished art centre or something.
That's quite good lighting. I like that. That's nice.
Yeah, this feels an artistic triumph, mate. I feel like we're belittling it by putting it in the video special format, which is normally reserved for lesser films.
Belittling it.
I don't think we should belittle
Poundland
the
Sharon
art.
Stone.
That's the key to our heart. It's another one you can't bloody spoonerise, isn't it?
Sharon Stone.
Do you know exactly? That's a. They do us no favours, these cheap
Sharon
actors, do they?
Stone.
That's a rich comedy vein that I like to visit a lot. And
Who's this then?
yeah, Starren Shone. I guess.
Is this Bobby thingy? Bobby Phillips.
Oh, okay.
Bobby Phillips.
Lethal Bobby Phillips in his high-tech
Get me
futuristic
Bobby Phillips and Billy Blanks.
Bobby Phillips.
Everyone in his film's name's got to start with a B.
Did we? Yeah, you know, we're kings of the format here with our laser discs. King of the format. It is a flipper. It's a flipper, but Ollie's got self-flipping technology in his laser disc player.
In the future, laserdiscs will flip by themselves.
Yeah. That's madness. Madness. August 12th, 1915. Laserdisc becomes self-aware. In a
Target
panic,
its enemies in FOP.
Yeah. In panic, they tried to pull the plug. Da 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 da.
I gotta say this.
The early ones looked like you couldn't. They were easy to spot. Like these ones are new. The laser moves itself.
We mostly stay down at night. Mostly.
Oh, it's a Bolo. Oh, everyone loves Bolo.
Yeah.
Bolo.
The guy just spent his entire life just bench pressing since he was like 10, probably.
Yeah.
It's the biggest pecs.
He's got so many muscles in his
small man.
forehead
He is
that
very
it's.
small, yeah. But
He's-
next to John Claude, he's like the same height. So
He looks like an Asian Christopher Walken. That's what I like about him.
yeah. He trained
Yes.
with Bruce Lee, so it's
Yeah, oh, he's
Pretty
serious. I got you. You can't see it at home, but this is pristine. This copy
No,
of.
when I got it off eBay, I said to the seller, he goes, he said to me, oh, your disc's been posted. He goes, I hope you enjoyed TC 2000 because I never saw it. And I said, I only bought it because it looks utter toilet. So
toilet.
You went to threaten to punch him in the balls there. That was quite.
It's
punch you in the balls.
32 standard minutes. Is the 32 Earth minutes is the length of this film?
32.
No,
minutes.
1 hour 32. Sorry. It feels like 32 because it's so good.
It just rushes by.
what is he
Oh
wearing?
man, yeah.
Clown
He
college.
punched him in the gun. It went through. The power went through him. And hit the other guy.
Ah, he did like a transfer punch.
With with chi.
He did. No, it's the thing. What's one thing from Bloodsport when he hits the bricks, but the bottom one explodes? So silly.
Right.
Apparently, it can be done.
Look at this.
Kiss.
Look at this.
Kiss Army.
Oh man, I
Flipper.
love it. It's pretty much Demolition Man, isn't it? It's reverse Demolition Man, where all the rich people live down and all the.
This would have been made around the same time as Demolition Man as
Yeah, I
well.
bet it fucking would have.
Someone stuck on the set of Demolition Man goes, "Hey, they're copying our film."
The greedy and lazy. 20 years.
I love that
It
look.
feels a little bit like the pilot for the Flash TV show when you got like it's always the gangs always depicted in these kind of movies around this time, even TV shows where they're just like
Oh, it's all kind of
That's
kinky
like-
leather stuff. They all look like
Yeah.
they're in Kiss, basically.
yeah, it's
Is
like
it-
punk characters that you encounter in Streets of Rage or whatever.
Well, so there was this kind of I love the peculiar American obsession of the 80s and early 90s that the streets were being run by gangs of like punks.
Yeah.
All the like
Hooligans
Death
coming.
Wish and stuff like that. It's all kind of gangs of punks and people with crazy haircuts
On
and stuff.
motorbikes. And
Yeah, yeah. Thinking I didn't live there, so maybe that was true. I don't know. I've seen Death Wish 3. I know what it's like.
There was a lot of crime in LA. What was it? Wasn't there riots around this time? Because that's what Falling
Yeah,
Down was
LA
shot during-
riots
during the-
were,
LA riots.
Kind of early 90s. Someone in the comments will know for sure.
Which is what like Predator 2 and stuff.
Did they just immolate the Stig from Top Gear?
It seems like.
Stig, no!
Some say that he's on fire. And he is.
Some say that he can't breathe. Others that he's slowly roasting from the outside.
All we know is he can't drive right now.
The guy's still going. He's still on fire.
Oh, it really hurts.
You're not supposed to talk, Stig.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Flame retardant my ass.
It's quite funny that every time there's a bit of a fight, everyone has to do their kicks, don't they?
This is very
like them just like
kick-centric.
flailing around.
I mean, really, they should be doing some fucking welding by the look of it. Quickly, weld them!
They're wearing welding masks, and it's also night time as well. It's like I suppose you haven't seen much through it.
No, it's just a very narrow square through which to see things.
Yeah, look at this. Someone's cousin works at like a oil plant or a power station or something.
Someone else has stock in a dry ice company.
And their dad works for Big Lasers.
Big lasers and blue lights incorporated.
I love that little...
Lip.
It's quite cool. I mean, it's lame because you know it's just a fucking blue laser pointer, but it's cool. It works.
It's got that sort of like noise, background noise, like Terminator does with that kind of.
They've definitely got an eye on James Cameron, haven't
Little
they?
bit,
I think
yeah.
everything's fucking blue. I can't get Jet Set Willy to load on this Commodore 64.
I'm typing, but there's nothing actually on screen apart from images. It's like
Give me a mustache.
Give me a mustache now. Oh, is he? That guy got an eye patch?
No, he's just got a painted like panda.
Kicked the cat, kick everything.
Yeah.
Kick a light switch. Can't sleep. There's a blue light in my eyes.
high kicking the movie.
It's time to do my crunches. Billy Blank style. Which is the same as everyone else.
They turn him off with
Yeah.
the...
You're not going to remote me.
The cops have stun weapons like Demolition Man.
Yeah.
It's pretty much reverse Demolition Man. But better.
None of that fucking Taco Bell shit.
None of those production values. I don't know if I said, weirdly enough, I caught Demolition Man on TV and it had the Pizza Hut version.
Yeah,
in it.
I've seen the Pizza Hut version on TV.
Yeah,
It's the first time in my life I've seen that. I mean, I knew it existed.
Wasn't it? It was for the UK market, wasn't it? The Pizza Hut thing.
So whenever I saw it as a kid, it was always Taco Bell.
Yeah.
That's how I... Also, I saw a Taco Bell in Northampton the other day.
Yeah.
Well, apparently there's one in. Is it Blue Water? Is it
Blue Water.
Yeah.
It
Because
did...
when I posted a review, and also when we discussed in the commentary, other people were like, "Oh yeah, there's a Taco Bell where they lived
I
and
think
stuff."
it's
And
very niche here.
It's very niche still. You know.
Northampton has a Wimpy and a Taco Bell, which is a very confusing experience.
Bloody Elstree Studios has a bloody Wimpy just before you get to it.
Big Bender and a bun. Love a Wimpy.
Bloody Wimpies.
Bloody Wimpy. The one in Haverhill just closed. Never forget. One for me, one for my dead homies.
There used to be a Wimpy in town, didn't there, in Cambridge?
Yeah, where the Burger King was down on St Andrew Street. Defunct fast food talk. Welcome to Oliver Harper's retrospective reviews. Yeah,
Oh, right in my face.
That was a really weird. Why shoot from such a distance? You know.
You gotta be some kind of great cops coming in here all by yourselves.
She was sweet. It was shot from a distance because it was such a narrow corridor. You couldn't really get up any closer because it was.
Nah, loads of room.
Have you guys seen
It's like a Mega Drive
Cybertracker?
pad on top there.
You seen Cybertracker with Donna Dragon Wilson?
No.
No.
I think it's both Cybertracker 1 and 2 are definitely worth a video special because they are so brazen, like in terms of the Robocop and Terminator stuff. Like there's a whole bit, there's like a truck chase. I think it's the same storm drain from Terminator. You know, it's in Greece as well. And
Oh, right.
like they reference it, but like one of the Cybertrackers just wears the Arnold Schwarzenegger leathers from Terminator 2. Like it's
Complete rip.
pretty bright. And Cybertracker 2 reuses tons of footage from Cybertracker 1.
Oh, amazing.
It's pretty special.
I love how is it the film Missing in Action? They released that and it wasn't very good, so they shot a sequel which was better. So they released that first.
They released that first.
And then the first one was released as number 2.
It's brilliant. It's the most confusing
that
thing.
is classic canon.
You gotta love the mad frontiership of Canon. They chase some burgers.
What?
They chase the
Hamburglar.
Hamburglar.
It's constantly taking orders every time he's on the phone, like ordering food.
Clown College.
It's got some kind of futuristic
it's got
device.
TC2000 calculator.
Oh, is that what it is? Is that what TC2000 is? The
Must be.
PDA?
Device.
Like, what was that Nokia sandwich thing called? The little flip.
So,
It looks like a Mega Drive pad on top, doesn't it?
Probably is. It's a receiver for the Menacer.
It's infrared controllers.
Infrared controllers.
Plug it in, yeah.
They stoop a lot. They must have awful lower back trouble. So I know you live underground, guys, but there's loads of
Just have to
clearance.
get up in the morning, do an hour of stretches before they.
No, there's a standy uppy bit here. That's all right.
So, whew,
Yeah, they don't have toilet seats down under the seat. You have to
it's
squat.
actually better for your bowels
Yeah,
to
that's
squat.
just what I've heard. Standy uppy.
Stand, not
My mate used to do that.
stand up shit.
Yeah, he used to do standy uppies.
So this doesn't work for this format, I know, but I'm just trying to demonstrate if you just did stand up shit, it would.
Not full on stand up, but like halfway between.
Well, it's something
Obviously,
that
if you just stood, it wouldn't come out like.
in language schools we used to get through. Well, we still we get through tons and tons and tons of toilet seats because in other cultures it's very common to squat to use the loo.
Yeah.
So people come and they on a kind of European toilet they squat on it and they break the seat off and we have to replace the seats all the time. So there's always signs just telling you how to shit in language schools, which
Just
is fair
sit
enough because
down.
it's a cultural thing and whatever. But
Sit down.
sit down.
This is how you poo.
Put the dookie down. But it's better for your bowel to squat. There's even a product available that which I won't name because that's tacky, but there's a product to put onto your loo. Welcome to Oliver Harper's retrospective
Poo
reviews.
channel.
The fights are actually quite long, aren't they? They do. Everyone's got like a lot of energy.
Well, it's a sort of just sequence of, like, it's just it is basically just fights all the time.
Well, they're really skilled fighters, but they're not. I must say that the fights aren't covered particularly well. They come off sort of like playground brawls, don't they? Because they're not very well shot.
Yeah.
Whereas, but a bunch of the other stuff's got loads of kind of cool moving camera, and there's variety of shots in it. I think it's quite well constructed in a lot of ways. Just these fights.
I suppose when because it's matted to the 4x3 TV thing, it may. Obviously, it's not the director's intention, but I mean, you would have thought that this was going to be on video anyway. It's going to be matted, so you'd shoot in a particular way, or maybe it's this is the full frame and they just match it with the borders. I don't know. You lose more.
Everything feels kind of shot to the centre of the frame. I don't feel like
Yeah.
it's panning and scanning particularly.
Yeah.
There's some cool long takes in it.
There's a thing where you can use. It's like in movies, like if you're the good guy, human shields work. If you're the bad guy, they don't.
No, yeah,
Always.
There's a bit in Barbed Wire with Pamela Anderson where I think a guy hides behind the door of a fridge and she shoots through it, and then she hides behind a wooden table and they can't shoot through it.
Yeah.
And I think it might even be in the same scene. It's like, for fuck's sake, guys,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
why not just do that the other way around?
Well, as Indiana Jones showed us,
Well, indeed,
fridges
yes.
can take a nuclear blast.
The most indestructible of all things.
That's quite good music there. Dun.
So is
Makes
Very
Terminator.
Terminator, very.
Yeah, just get a couple of synthesizers and just like bash out some, repetitive beats.
is the TC2000 a PDA? Is this film about a PDA?
I don't
That
know.
PDA, yeah.
Personal data assistant, the old-fashioned
I suppose
Palm
so.
top.
basically a file of facts. He can save 25 phone numbers. What are we going to do? Look out, he's connecting to WAP.
You're still not really safe there, Billy. Like, you've just retreated marginally within the field of where someone was shot.
I love the drama. They're all watching her die. Are they going to turn her into a robot?
Gosh, she's pretty pasty, isn't she?
She really is. That girl is pale.
Everyone's kind of washed out in this, don't they?
Oh, Billy Blanks, don't turn me into a robot.
I don't want to die, Billy. No. This is not good.
I want to make you into a robot, yeah.
Yeah. Just make sure they put, call me a something 1000.
It needs to have a 4-digit number at the end, so I'm fucking cool, eh?
Totally cool, eh? Totally sweet.
No, mate, it has to be higher than the year.
Why are her legs hanging out the bottom of that? Saw fit to cover the rest of it. It was like, why the legs?
They could turn her into some sort of robot or something.
That's
hope
yeah.
so.
That's what it says
Yeah.
on the back of the thing.
We're gonna put a Mega Drive in her head.
Yeah.
16.
Sellotape some tinfoil
Let's
to her
process
head.
Quickly, glue a laser pointer to her head.
Let's cover in tinfoil, just shove her out. And be like, yeah, you're fine.
As soon as we've downloaded all the megabytes, she'll be online. Look at a picture of her.
2000, TC 2000.
2000.
This is like stuff like a kid's designed at like on Windows 95.
Oh, I
you
get
know.
it. Her name's like Tracy Collins, but when she died that great, she's Tracy Collins 2000. TC 2000. No, I just made that up.
What the hell? It's that guy from Mad Max.
Her name's
yeah.
Zoe.
Barbosa.
Zoe Kinsella.
Zoe
Zoe,
Kinsella.
Zoe Kinsella.
That-
Yeah, it's
that
got
was-
a South African name.
It should be ZK2000 or ZK2000.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
That guy's face.
great bit of being flabbergasted
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
Wait, hold on. Is that not like the Big Show or something? I don't know about wrestling.
I don't know, but he's very articulate.
yeah. What
Dude.
was that?
All right, I'm going to get my ass kicked for saying this, but I'm going to go out there and say that's a wrestler, and I think it's the Big Show. But I really don't know wrestling, and a lot of our audience does, so I've gone out on a limb there.
This is a weird one as well because Bolo is always portrayed as like the villain in movies, and I believe he's actually a good guy in this,
Hard to say.
which is a rarity, you know, because he's obviously he's part of the slum, so they're the people that are have been mistreated. So
Yeah.
What's the matter?
Most cases
Are you
are.
tired? Lol. Shame. It's been a good year.
that was a very quick punch. Bolo is quick.
Oh, it's just shit himself.
It's just a big dude. It's not a wrestler.
Nice.
I take that back. Oh, well, that was a very wrestly thing, though.
It's like sits on him.
Oh, he really actually did. He did a bum drop.
Yeah. Because hairy. Are you hairy, man?
He's a proper Streets of Rage boss, isn't he, this guy?
Isn't he?
Yeah.
Just sort of kinky big dude.
E-Honda.
E-Honda. Kind of the white E-Honda.
Oh, I'm not really sure. It's not
I don't know what
that
he
well
did then.
covered, is it? Yeah, I'm not sure.
I think he just kind of slowed this lent on his face with his back.
And lowered his
And
balls
they kind of shot it
onto
at a
his
high
face.
frame rate, so it looked really like really
Yeah.
slow.
Oh, stop.
Do you like my hairy titty?
Don't eat, Bagman.
They
Look
call
at
me
my
the-
bra.
They call me the fried Mars bar.
The power of friendship.
yeah.
They held hands. They held hands. It was the power of friendship.
Yeah, very much.
Friendship is magic. Thanks, fat kid.
Don't they drink so much of Sunny D? No diabetes.
Diabito. Diabito, I love you.
When I was a boy, Mama used to say, "Stop drinking Sunny D, or you'll gain weight." To what? I just remember the tune of Funky Town. Won't you take me to Funky Town?
I hear you're a racist now, father.
Good for you, father. Good for you. Frickin' he's just swinging a shit around. So funny. He's just angry. Good for you.
I hear you're a robot now, father.
Good for you, father.
TC 1000 or 2000, whatever you are.
The money was just resting in my account.
That would be an ecumenical matter.
Ours. Fag ours.
They've chosen a classy car park for a funeral, haven't they?
There's a lot of sort of concrete postmodernism going on.
I got these,
No,
kind of this
it's-
crazy
yeah,
brutalist set. It's kind of cool.
Yeah, I think the production design has done a pretty good job of sort of scouting locations and obviously they're
Well, all the
very
the
tight
locations.
budget.
I've said it before. Someone's had
Yeah.
a good job at having a cousin that works in a place.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
the way. I wonder. I guess this is probably shot in California, right? There must be a bunch of these kind of places around.
California.
California.
That's a proper mustache.
He's Julian Barrett as far as I'm concerned. It's like a high octane Mighty Boosh. Alright, spring up! I can hear a goddamn word of saying.
Who are you?
Where am I?
Oh, Jesus.
Jesus. Gobshite!
Yeah. Where am I? What's that in there? Are those my feet? Drink! Fag! Oh, God.
What's out of there?
Damn.
You have to send his flats up in for maintenance. It does look like it would just come off like Lego. It's got a set square and like a spirit level.
We cut with those blue lasers.
He looks like DJ
He does,
from
doesn't
Street
he?
Fighter. He should have been. No, he shouldn't. The dude from Return of the Living Dead nailed it. Miguel Nunes. He has a name. He should touch his head.
Yeah.
Like they're going to round it off.
My hair.
Can you imagine if his hair was just round?
Wig,
This is just
Round
round
wig.
dome. His flat is kind of like Sandra Bullock's flat from thingy.
Demolition Man.
Demolition Man, thank you. Is he standing in a trench to make them look taller?
Just slap him in the face.
It's like a child, look.
Just got backhanded.
He looks like a child Dr. Cox.
Like Paul McGann.
Paul McGann.
Doctor Who.
Oh, you leave Paul McGann alone. Well, they don't have an access code for that, do they?
Nah. Yeah, just make
Oh,
it.
I spoke too soon.
It's a pretty long code to remember.
Great
It's like-
plan. Just smash the door.
Well, it seems like they just sort of had a go at guessing it. Like, I don't really get that. Fight! Quickly, put on your string vest. You know, your fighting vest.
That is a bit.
I think you need a newer one, Billy. You've had that since you were 3.
I was going to say, who does that belong to?
I think he needs to change his clothes a little bit.
Oh,
Yeah.
intruders! I better put on this child's crop top.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that'll help protect me.
What did he say?
Air guitar.
Grand upper.
Air guitar.
Air guitar. Go door.
Dancing at parties. It's just saying things. Well, you kick the other two's asses. Why don't you just kick their asses?
Kick their ass.
Kick their asses.
So is he
Oh,
being
yeah,
betrayed by the Beret Squad? Like these cops are betraying him because they look like they're...
Really, I'm a bit confused now because he went to the operating room and had something done to him. He's woken up. Like,
Did they put a
what's happening?
TC-2000 in his brain as well?
I don't know.
Yeah, we'd know if we're paying attention, but
No,
we've been
not
too busy having larks.
At least now he knows what a TV dinner feels like.
All things being equal, he'd
I
rather
don't
be
think
in
he
Philadelphia.
needs to squat down there.
He just loves to squat.
He does, yeah.
Yeah.
It's better for his bowels.
Yeah, I was going to say, you know how he delivers his movements from the squatted configuration.
The Billy Blank. So obviously there's some sort of implant or something that tells that laser not to blow you up.
Yeah.
Somehow.
Yeah, look, they've framed him. He's gone quote unquote renegade. Is Billy Blanks rhyming slang for wanks?
It may as well be.
Because I feel like it might as well be.
Have a Billy Blank.
I'm a Billy
Had a
Blank.
couple of Billies, you know. I'm unemployed, mate. Stayed at home, had a Billy.
Does he fire blanks?
He's firing Billy Blanks. That's unfortunate, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's rather unfortunate. He's a Jaffa.
He has an adopted daughter. I know that. Yeah, because she does his Tybo stuff.
I shouldn't be
Yeah.
making jokes about Billy's blanks because he'll come around and kick my fucking head off.
Yeah.
Or Billy, you fucking Jaffa.
I may be 73, but I'll kick your fucking ass.
I'm 98 years old. I'm going to pull your fucking head off.
I got brittle bones. Billy Banks is brittle bones.
Billy Franks is Bill Bones. B times 4.
4 B's. And a C.
Well, that looks like Jason Storm, but he's wearing a child's crop top, so it can't be him. Good disguise.
Gingivitis. Ew.
Are you having a fucking laugh? Look at him and look at you.
Yeah, I know. Do you have eyes?
That's Carl Weathers. Look.
Yeah.
It's sort of a Poundland Carl Weathers in a Davy Crockett hat.
It's a bit like the guy from Iron Man, didn't it?
There's 3 or 4 guys at the most.
Dude, like...
Another
Bullshit.
kick. There's a lot of kicking in this, isn't
A
there?
couple of top-dwelling hobos trying to take on this bodybuilder. That being said, fucking Davy Crockett there looks quite hench.
He,
but
he went flying into like cardboard boxes. I should be fine.
Pretty standard.
it's the power of friendship, isn't
Oh,
it?
nunchucks! Come on,
Hey!
nunchucking tramps.
So nunchucks are hard to do on film because it's like if they're going to make contact, they're going to make contact. You can't
Yeah.
really. I suppose you could have stunt ones that are kind of
Like foam. or-
yeah,
But then they
still got to have weight though.
you got to have the heft, yeah.
Yeah.
The
You just know,
heft.
if this was on VHS, like UK
This would
tape,
be cut, yeah.
This would have been cut.
Yeah.
You were just sort of ending him kicking his ass somehow. Because I remember like Turtles 2, didn't they? They cut a lot of the nunchuck stuff out. There's a bit where he uses like sausages or something instead.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Fight Club as
doesn't-
well.
he-
Fight Club was an 18. They still fucking cut. That was before the change of guard at BBFC, but yeah. It's retarded. It was one thing to take about a kid's film, but like a fucking 18.
Yeah.
It's like loads of grown men that go, "Oh, did you say I fucking nunchuck? Just go and make some."
Well, what was that like? This idea that they were the greatest evil in the Western world. It's like.
Well, the idea
what
was
kids, like,
it's the most
like a
ridiculous
fake?
thing. It's because they were easily imitable, so you could make them. was
Yeah.
was the logic? It's like
But
let's
you end up
go
doing
out.
more. The problem was that like, most kids were actually hurting themselves
Yeah.
by using it because it just they're so difficult to use.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe fucking ban nunchucks then. Don't ban like,
Yeah.
films with them in.
Just ban stupid people.
Well, you can
Yeah,
still
well.
I bought nunchucks in the late 90s from like Impact magazine.
In what the fuck is
the martial arts
Impact? It's like a
magazine,
martial arts
basically.
magazine.
Yeah,
Fucking
yeah.
hell.
Self-harm
Right.
magazine.
So far magazine. Yeah. They're quite good actually for like because they obviously reviewed a
For
lot of.
cutting the grass.
They covered a lot of.
Oh, I see. The magazine was good.
They covered,
You
they
meant the
covered a lot of Van Damme movies, so it's
Yeah.
like for research and stuff. It's actually quite good, but
I remember having
you
like,
just buy them. Mate,
I had like plastic nunchucks. It's like my friends had those, and they hurt enough.
I bought the wood ones. And they fucking kill.
Yeah.
So you always
They're sending his
elbow with
partner after him. Ooh.
hello.
forward flips. Oh, look at that.
Naturally, your
Quaff.
your undead ninja has to be sexy and kinky, otherwise. Oh, she's got a pale zombie face. Wow, that looks vastly superior to human vision, doesn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Lower resolution.
So
and
low
some
resolution and
numbers.
covered in massive text.
So I can't see shit through this.
I just never. It's like the Terminator gets away with it, but it never made sense to me. Like, why would a machine have? It makes more sense if it's a cyborg like RoboCop, where it's like you've got a human brain that needs to process like digital information. But if it's purely just a robot,
Yeah, why would it need to?
Why would it
it's
need
not
to
like it's
see
reading
and
its
read
own
it?
screen.
Yeah, like,
because then it's sort of like, yeah, it analyzes something, then it has to stand there and read its own vision before it acts.
exactly. It's like,
Just look at it, it goes all cross-eyed.
well, it implies there's something in there that's reading it and working the controls or something, and it's like, well, isn't it processing from?
Oh, it's like Itchy and Scratchy Lad taking photographs.
yeah. With a cool dry wit like that, I could be an action.
Oh wow, they've really got him for the RoboCop shit, haven't they?
Eh?
She remembers
And
that
now
time she was a
Chinese New Year.
Chinese dragon.
This is how we party
With
above ground.
in Bangkok/China.
He seems to have forgotten all his troubles, isn't he? He's smiley.
One of my friends gave up cigarettes for New Year, and then I heard him saying it again, and I was like, I saw you fucking smoking. And he goes like, look, if anybody says, I just tell him it's Chinese New Year. Because he fell off the wagon, then I was like, hold on. Just
That's the year of the cigarette.
the year of the frag.
Just gone a bit like Lionheart now. It's
Spent all
like
their-
street fighting, isn't it?
Spent all their money on casting then. This guy's like Danny DeVito, but shit.
Poundland DeVito.
Poundland DeVito.
I've got to say, all the alliterating stars are coming out today. It's a bit strange.
Yeah, it's a
I
bit
don't know what's
annoying.
some kind of Da Vinci Code of like
Billy Blank, Sharon Stone.
Kim Cattrall, Danny DeVito.
Hey asshole, I'm Mini-Me. Come get me. That's my favourite. I love that Goldmember when he's like him and Tom Cruise are playing. No, him and Kevin Spacey, isn't it? Kevin Spacey's Dr. Evil, and he's sitting next to him, and he just goes, "Hey asshole!" And he's got like a cigar and like a Tommy gun or whatever. It doesn't make any sense. He's like,
yeah.
I'm Mini-Me. Come get me. So that's firing the gun in the air and like sticks his middle finger on.
Do they have to win a goldfish?
I think they do.
Wow. Fairgrounds got rough in the future.
Look at my chest. Oh,
The
You
year-
hit my nose.
yeah.
You made me bleed my own blood.
Broke my arm.
The year of the forehead.
He's activated his valley.
Babushka, babushka.
Babushka, yeah. Oh, I fell on my ass. Did someone else trip him up then?
He tripped over some air.
Yeah. It's like that guy in Dark Knight Rises.
He was just miming a telephone
yeah.
as well.
Falls over in the back.
Yeah.
No guns, no killing, no balance.
I've got an inner ear infection.
Yeah. Tinnitus. It's my
Wait.
next ally. You merely adopted the tinnitus. I was born in it. It just falls over. Molded by it.
I was nauseous before I was a man.
Bolo always has a kind of similar like fighting style. When he's always in his movies, he always puts his hand up all the time to sort of trick you or something like that. Like he's doing
Distract you.
Yeah.
Would you give me your last Bolo?
Don't hurt the your last Bolo.
Come in a little pack.
Oh. Bolo, the actor with the hole.
Yeah, if you're not going to shoot at 50 frames, don't slow it down.
I hate that.
I know.
It's quite funny because even John Woo does that sometimes.
Yeah.
There's little flicks of like slowed down 25
Yeah.
frames. It always looks like shit as well. Because John Woo's so good. I always look to John Woo for the kind of, gun racking and shit in 60 frames, whatever. But yeah, even he does it sometimes. But it always looks like shit, so don't do it.
Left the party.
What am I doing here?
Wait. I'm looking for a
I
barber.
didn't read my sides. Pew! Even though it's clearly got an internal combustion engine.
What was that film, Richard? Where it's in the 80s, where these guys on these flying like motorbikes or something. It's a
Just read.
I knew you were gonna. I knew you'd say that.
it's like an 80s kind of
Fuck you.
futuristic kind of movie. And they're
Which one? What, like a big budget thing?
Oh
Or?
wow, and probably not. No, it's probably like Italian funded, I presume.
Oh dear,
Yeah,
I
it's
wish I'd
weird.
seen it. It sounds great.
Yeah, it just reminds me of that because the bikes look quite similar. Because obviously those bikes look like they're from the 80s. They're really like
They just put a
just
cone on
covered
the
in
front.
plastic
they're like
frame,
sharp
isn't it?
and like big blocky thing.
It's got that kind of. I think they've looked at like a stealth plane, haven't they?
Yeah,
Just put loads of
yeah.
plastic.
Yes, yeah. And then gone.
It actually ends up dating
this.
it actually.
Over 200 lines of resolution.
240p.
Let me join your Hermel band.
Well, no, if you're a fan of high flying kicks, this movie it's got everything.
I love
It's got
the
that.
It's got a lot of unnecessary kicking as well.
Lady Robot's hair is interesting. It's got that kind of.
Wouldn't it get in your way? Wouldn't you put it
What?
up?
It's like they're turned into a robot, right? And she looks like a hooker.
Well, that's the
Yeah.
thing. Like in the police base, they were like, "We better put her in studded leather, guys. She
yeah.
needs to look hot."
It's like, she's
She's
supposed to. Is she supposed to like sort of blend in with the crowd? So everyone in the future looks like hookers. I don't know. It's like the filmmakers have gone, damn, let's put her in this stuff. She looks hot.
Yeah, I think they've made her infiltrate the
Yeah.
the
Terminator,
Kiss
isn't
gang.
it?
Yeah, I guess.
Hooker butt 5,000.
Bolo, the mint with the holo. Hi.
yeah.
It's very advanced.
Bring
sign
you
language.
I don't think he's actually had any dialogue yet, has he? Bolo.
Apart from
Let's say yes.
the
Like,
crossfade there.
We go on a church.
he charges more. He charges more if he doesn't speak. yeah. So you get him because he can't act.
The reverse Schwarzenegger.
Goldfish.
And that's why we don't.
Oh, I quite like it then, because I've only just cottoned on that Bolo's whole thing is he's a mute. That's kind of cool.
Basically, odd job.
Oh wait, is water super valuable or some
I
shit?
guess so. Oh.
Oh, Bolo.
You
$5
ruined
grand.
it.
He's spoiled it now.
$5
Is it
grand
me, or
now.
is he wet shaved off his fringe?
That's what I mean. It looks weird.
It's
Like he's
like
got.
got-
It's almost as yeah.
You can
He's
see
like
the stubble, like where it would.
Who
be.
has?
Bolo.
Bolo. Is he wants people to think he's got a really big brain.
He thinks like receding hairlines are cool or something.
Round some good
But
fires.
first, it's time for us to do T25. So everybody get together. Everybody get pumped, get exercise. Let's get together. Okay. All right. We'll start with some jabs. Just do a jab.
I want to watch his videos.
They're
now.
good, actually.
Yeah,
I have done them, and they're properly like they come with like boxing gloves that are attached to like resistance bands that you put on your feet, and you do like it sounds hokey, but it's really good.
It comes with the flat top you can put on,
I wish it came
like a high top fade.
Yeah,
collector's set. £80 on Amazon.
yeah, steelbook.
DLC. Fucking flat tops.
They could have done a gritty reboot of Kid and Play with him. I reckon.
Oh man.
Yeah,
Gritty reboot of House Party with Billy Blanks as Kid or Play. I can't remember.
Yo.
here we go.
Side B.
We're doing a flip. We're doing the flip. Christopher Kid Reed, I think was the. They did it. That was a good. That was like choosing a good cut for an ad. That was a good time to flip.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And you got the Laserdisc experience at home. Got to watch the flip with us.
Usually flips quicker than that. Sometimes it like depends where the data's been put on the disc on the other side.
Because TC2000 is so good. the player had to digest. Let's be in love. I'm not a spy.
Do you like my bra?
It contains human breasts. Why is he dressed like some kind of... It looks like some low-rent
outfit's-
Shakespeare.
Hello.
yeah.
Like he's off to a Renaissance fair.
The beret.
Fashion their
I
outfits
told him we've already got one.
They fashion their outfits out of bin bags.
It's tarpaulin, isn't it?
It's top of the Grafton Centre in Cambridge.
Tarp cover 2000.
That's what it sounds.
That really does it like the Crafton Centre, isn't it?
Fight.
Uh-oh.
That was him. He's wearing his ninja mask.
Uh-oh, Bolo.
Crazy ass. Drive, ducky.
Just because they dance the bolo.
Let's be best friends.
No.
What's he got?
Again, vastly superior to a normal binocular.
Yeah.
Isn't that a vape pen? It is 2020.
Yeah, if you
after
look through your vape pen, you'll see that actually it
Little
doubles as a
targeting
telescope.
module.
It's like, like this.
There's
a lot-
man
there's a lot of
who leads
abseiling
a
and-
life of danger.
Yeah. It's very monochromatic. This is very red.
Yeah, they've really gone for it with the wonky
They've
colour
been
colour
literally
correction
blowing out
stuff.
all the backgrounds as well.
Yeah.
Mm. Well, just because
Contrast.
it was definitely shot on like a shitty day, right? So they've just blown out all the clouds.
Yeah.
Oh, it would have been shot on film, obviously. It's just been
It's a shot on video.
put onto a high resolution tape, I suppose, like a broadcast tape.
Yeah. Now they're just going down again. What did they go up? If they're
Just
gonna go
going
down?
down.
Why abseil down when you just go down the stairs?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. Oh, they want to get.
I don't understand. He's doing that with the pair of counterfeit jeans.
This is how Christopher Nolan got the idea for the opening of Dark Knight.
This scene was shot in IMAX.
Dark Knight. What do they call him? The Joker, anyway. No one will ever know. Nah, yeah, you wouldn't have to do that with Sigourney Weaver, would you? One take.
Nah,
One take. Behind.
Weaver.
Yeah. And Ron Perlman ruins the take, doesn't he?
Yes.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love Ron Perlman. I wish he could have been Judge Dredd.
He would have been good at.
I mean, he still could,
He's in
really.
Star Trek Nemesis, like, and he's wasted in it because he's in this. Well, you can watch our
Drunk.
commentary to find out.
Yeah.
But he's just under loads of makeup, and they don't give him much to do. And yeah, in terms of age, you are correct. He could still play Judge
I
Dredd.
still play him. He's definitely got the chin and the mouth and stuff like that. I just can imagine him. Like, that's how I picture Dredd, is that? Sort of-
It's Clancy Brown, mate.
Yeah.
Clancy Brown in Starship Troopers without the southern accent is my fantasy Dredd cast.
That too, man. Hang on, wait. Oi! Why am I not ill fantasy Dredd cast? A younger Dredd.
Nope. Just no. No, yeah, you could do it, sure, whatever.
Nah, I don't have a big grizzled chin. That's what you do.
That could be
But
Dredd. Yeah, sure, why not?
You could,
Yeah, sure. Why not?
you could do Young Dredd for sure.
Young Dredd.
That's more the Carl
Yeah.
Urban look because he doesn't really have the chin for it.
Yeah,
either.
true.
He does his own.
You have to put your shoot it in a way where you're angling your jaw quite a lot. You know.
20 years.
And that's why you can't be Dredd.
You have to ask.
Here are the two. I've got an argument in favour and against. Against is all the Stallone shit. In favour is you're an actor that I know. Debatably the only actor that I know. You'd have to play everyone. It'd be like an Eddie Murphy setup.
I'd love to play like a kind of another judge that's just in it regularly.
Like rank and file judge.
Yeah, that'd be cool. I think Dredd needs to be that proper like comic book looking.
It needs to be kind of a bit larger than life.
Yeah, it needs that kind of grizzled, scarred kind of chin. Either that or give me a prosthetic chin.
I've seen that done though for
would make
cosplays, and it looks
sense.
really great.
Chin.
Because if
Maybe
you're not
a
going to take
chin,
the helmet
you know.
off, you just put a chin on someone.
Dude, that's why you cast. That's why you used a time machine and cast Clancy Brown 20 years ago. Well, Clancy Brown could do it now if he got his shit in shape. Like,
Got his shit in shape.
Oh, right the knacker.
oh, that's why he's Billy Blanks.
Billy swollen urethra.
Billy tract infection.
He threw him
That's quite
onto the
good.
table.
Pee and blood. All right, he put
You're
too
doing
many
that.
rolls into that.
Yeah.
They got like some modern art.
Quack, quack,
The table matches the basketball hoop.
Yeah.
Oh, it does.
They
Some
put
crazy
proper effort into it.
modernist like. That's production design, and
It's like-
they
look
got
at
their
that
Nan's rug.
There's mad colours of biker grime.
Why did she did all that run up and then stopped
stood
and
there
slapped him in the face?
And he stood and waited for it.
It's
as
like
well.
Superman when he flies across the city, then stops and leans over and kicks her. It's like, why did you fly all that way? It's like,
You may have wasted that momentum a little bit.
God, I wonder why you didn't use all your momentum.
Shoots his toe.
Yeah.
Bolo's just gonna. Bolo just likes to watch.
From the corner.
Hide in a closet and just.
Yeah.
I kind of recognise. He looks like Frank Stallone, doesn't he, Mister Bad Guy?
Does
guy.
a bit, yeah.
Bolo's having his own.
Yeah, she
beer.
can't recognise him because of that fucking horrible
Yeah, because she's
vision.
It's like Mega CD, you know. You know.
It's like playing Snatcher.
Well, it's actually would be like that. It'd be like you're playing like I don't know, Sewer Shark or something.
Sewer Shark. Don't you recognise me? Murphy, it's you.
Just, yeah.
Blanksy, it's you. Override.
I thought she was over-
Stop kicking me in the nuts.
Is she overriding the thoughts?
Oh, fuck knows.
No one knows. I know. I think it's overriding her because it sort of went
Yeah.
back to normal vision, didn't it?
Yeah.
And then- I don't know. Au revoir, mon chéri.
Oh, it's the next day.
He's still getting
Still
his ass
watching.
kicked. He's kicking him
Bolo
repeatedly.
did nothing.
What? Hold on. He just
What?
kicked it to. What happened?
What? So
She
there's left him?
she kicked him all the way to bed.
And then just left.
All the way back home.
Just kicked the covers
Or
back
he
over
rolled,
him. Like,
He rolled all the way back. I don't know.
The bad guy seemed pretty convinced he was dead. He said bye bye, unless he literally meant come back later.
Maybe.
Come back later.
yeah.
Round two, you
Kicked
know.
him a bedside story, and then
I
kicked
suppose-
off the light and went.
Kicking someone is a way to get them to go to sleep, isn't it? Kick them again and again and again. I don't know.
I don't know what any of this means. Who are you? Why is
I've
your
been
hair
kicked in the
that way?
head too many times.
Yeah.
Luckily, this flat top protected my brain.
She kicked my hair into this shape. Kicked me a flat top. Basically, it looks like someone kicked him in the head so much his hair like went up. So that's why he doesn't have a sideburn.
He's sort of got like a Black Vulcan thing going on now. So all these Vulcan alikes.
Hi, I'm Christopher. Oh, okay. Yeah. I don't know.
He's eating popcorn and having a horrible tie.
Yeah, I was just gonna comment on this tie.
It was a lovely tie rack tie.
Such a 90s tie. For some reason in the 90s you had to have the most elaborate pattern on your tie.
Yeah, proper puke ties.
Yeah.
And it's if you watch like Challenge and see an episode of, I don't know, Generation Game or whatever, it's just the most horrific pastel coloured jackets.
Even the Brosnan Bonds, like he has crazy elaborate ties. That's what really dates the films.
That's what I like about white bad guys in Golden Harvest movies. Like they always wear like horrible pastel jackets with massive shoulders and ugly ties. It's just like I feel like in Hong Kong they really had our number. It's like look what these people are wearing. Go out and buy the worst of it. Newton's cradle. It's a metaphor. Look at the metaphor. Oh, that's sexy.
Bono's getting his
metaphor.
funk on.
Erotic stuff here.
Won't you take me to funky town?
Oh, this is a training montage.
Oh yes.
It's homoerotic
Time.
montage.
You to me are everything, the sweetest song that I can sing. Oh baby, doodle-doo. Oh baby. That is a metaphor. It's a metaphor for gravity, for entropy.
Well, he did do that to someone, didn't he? Punch someone else through.
Oh,
So,
true.
there
All
you
right.
go.
Wow, egg on my face.
So he's training man to sort of punch people through other people?
I
don't know.
told you this film was mega, double extra mega.
Someone's
Like
nuts
poetry, it
swinging.
rhymes.
Still not as homoerotic as the
I
montage
want to
from
see him
Rocky
do some
3.
fireballs or something.
It's a fire. Just did a Nazi salute. Hashtag problematic.
A lot of clenching.
So much clenching. None of them done a shit in days. Oh, so I think he's teaching him that transfer. He's teaching him the transfer punch, isn't he?
Oh, yeah, could be.
It's the martial arts of constipation.
You'll see, it's like one hits one and then it hits the other thing. You're like, okay, I get it. Like, you've got to have this passage of
We're
time.
going
where
to
it
look at the
explains-
Newton's cradle. Then we're going to only eat boiled eggs. That's definitely that's a metaphor for when you can eventually shit. You can only shit when all your enemies have been defeated.
This was worth it just for that shot alone.
Bolo
Slow-mo
exploded a
blowing
melon.
up yeah.
Someone should have made a gif of that.
Yeah.
Bolo melon pop gif.
Do it.
Do it.
Do it.
Come on, internet, you got our backs. It's on YouTube, and I'm lazy. Someone made an animated gif of me eating a sandwich and cleaning my toilet.
Did they?
Yeah, it's on
that's
Twitter. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I can't remember who it was offhand. That's really rude. But thank you.
But thank you.
No, I'm really proud of that. I feel like I've arrived.
I've been gifted.
I've been gifted. A pearl necklace. Lol. Oh, it's got a little key on it, hasn't it? The little necklace she has. It was a little key thing.
Yeah. It's got the key to my...
I've got the key. I've got the secret. I got the key to another way. Hashtag never forget. Oh no.
Time to get kicky.
Well, you're really bad at that, aren't you, cop? Or whatever
That was
you
a
are.
very slow kick.
Nikki gets kicky.
Oh. It's only about 3 feet. I'm sure he's
Yeah.
fine.
It's like we were discussing with the For Your Eyes Only podcast where a guy dies because he goes through a window and lands on some flowers.
Yeah.
It's
He's
like,
really
it's
allergic to
assumed be
pollen.
dead. Like, yeah. Send those to the funerals. But I don't think there's going to be one.
You might be
Who's
exaggerating.
this
a bit there.
now?
Whoa.
Cheekbone jogging pants. I don't
Cheekbone jogging pants.
He must be.
Oh, he's some corporate overlord of underground world. Isn't he?
He's probably the only one who's probably got more than 2 films on his CV or
know.
something.
Yeah.
He
It's a
seems
cameo.
he
Yeah.
seems very actory, doesn't he? That guy.
Yeah. Oh, more training.
Lots of training, but no
I
pooing.
know, look. Yeah. It's a training. Do not defecate. It's a great dishonor.
You must focus on the sphincter. Never release the sphincter.
Wow, I feel really bloated and uncomfortable. No, don't. You must store it up.
It's really gassy.
Yeah.
What is he doing?
Not even a fart can escape.
You must train. Was feeling slow, sluggish, bloated, and uncomfortable.
You must eat more MSG.
Where? No fiber. Nah.
We're playing a board game now.
He doesn't work out at all. He's that muscle just from clenching his arse all the time.
It's all the shit's just had to store itself. So it happens. It's there.
If he's shattered, just be like letting go of a balloon.
He's back in his tank top again. God, why?
It's his disguise. It's his disguise.
Disguise, yeah. Disguise my nipples.
Disguise myself as a fishnet.
He's doing a West End production of Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Yeah.
I'm playing all the parts. Let's do the time warp again.
No, time warp.
More egg!
I can't eat anymore. Do it.
Just a montage of him eating boiled eggs.
It's just stuffing him. He's just standing there. More. Bowel obstruction.
My proposed ending to this is Billy Blanks is taking care of everything. The bad guy's on the floor. He's like, "What are you going to do now?" And he holds up a toilet roll and goes, "I'm going to take care of some paperwork." Goes into a loo and then smash cut to black.
Yeah. Billy Banks will return. TP 2000.
You have the post-credit sequence of him actually going through.
I think my picture of a sequel is he learns martial art where you have to shit. You have to just eat loads of curries and like
TP 2000.
TP 2000.
And you can't do any punches. You've all got to do high flying kicks. So it's been more troublesome to hold it in.
I can't lift his leg for fear of expulsion.
Remember in the Goonies, there's the going off topic here. In the Goonies, there's the Chunk talks about the puking story. Not the Goonies. In Stand by Me, Chunk. It's not Chunk talk. Stand by Me. The kid talks about the puking story and everybody's sick of the eating competition.
Oh yeah.
Someone sent me a link this week to a new story in the States where there was a strip club and one of the strippers had eaten a tainted buffet, and when she was doing her show she shat everywhere, and then it went all over the crowd, and then they all started puking, and then they all caught diarrhea and they all started needed to go shit as well. And the one guy they interviewed from the paper kind of went like, yeah, it really, I just ran for the exit, it really put me off the show. It's like, yeah, no shit, mate. You know,
Yeah.
yeah, really put me off with that defecation. I was here to see the nudity, but all the defecation really killed my boner. But I just kind of thought, yeah, if they were going to...
But like saying that implies that he thought it was part of the show. Like that was supposed to happen.
Yeah.
I thought this was very poor taste. Imagine my surprise.
I'm writing to Anne Robinson to complain about.
Points of poo.
She spit at their arse cheeks and I got covered.
I just thought, yeah, if they did kind of a reboot of Stand By Me, that's the story they'd have to put in.
Is it me, or has he combed his shoulder hair?
Oh, I really hope so. Put me to a bob.
Bob.
Yeah.
Just have to check. I'm getting there myself.
Don't worry, I kick his ass. He has eaten roughage. I have the advantage.
What actually happened there? I don't know what. It's all,
He just.
the editing was well clunky.
Well, he's a.
That was a proper village person, yeah.
Fabulous, darling.
That's not a didgeridoo. That's Billy Blanks' guts.
What?
just humming.
It's my fucking guts. I made a sandwich.
Sandwich.
You hear that? That's the sound of indestructible.
Indestructible indigestion.
You mentioned MSG earlier on, right? Wait, you ever had Chinese without MSG applied to it?
Well, I don't know. Not knowingly, I guess.
Well, I make it.
I've tried it. I didn't. It tasted
I make
bland
it
as
home.
fuck.
No, but the thing is, like actual Chinese cooking has natural MSG, because like if you toast things like cashews and nuts, anything like, they have natural MSG in them. So that's okay. That's why nuts are kind of moreish when you eat them, because they're especially roasted ones. That's okay, but like it's the artificial MSG that they put in that's really bad for you.
That's bad for you, but it tastes good.
Well, it doesn't actually taste of anything. It just is a drug. It's like sends signals to your brain that you need to eat more of it. But.
Oh.
That guy looked like one of the Sparks or something. They just put him on. No, look,
He's quick there. Why was he so slow a minute ago?
He's like, just wants to save it for the main event. That's
exactly.
fair enough.
Yeah, he's brewing it up.
Not bad. How many egg you eat?
Egg. Then cuts the black.
I'm sure it's in the
Here we
background.
go.
TC 2000 tunnels.
It's an attraction they have. It's my cheekbones. You'll see.
President Fabulous Faith.
Listen, Major Mustache. Wow.
Oh, that was a nice dramatic whip.
That was cool.
Look, that scientist guy earlier, if they're trying to sell that as his actual height next to these guys, he must be like 4'1".
Yeah. Well, he's dead now. So doesn't it?
Did he die?
Yeah,
Shot,
shot him in the
you're
foot.
gas bagging. He got
Oh, I
shot.
was too busy talking about poo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Standard for this channel.
Strippers and shitting.
Yeah.
Pooey strippers.
Strippers.
I'm going to just... I'm going to cite my source here.
He just cupped his own fart and just gave it to him.
Cupcake.
Is it cupcake? Yeah. Cupcake. Right, I'm playing with my phone, but I'm just citing my source for the stripper story.
Oh, okay.
Because, you know, we fact check on this channel. Yeah. We're professionals.
He's on plane mode.
This is like the
Yes,
kind of thing I
yes.
used to watch with my dad on TV, and it was like broadcast resolution and everything. It's like you can't see what the fuck's going on. You know what I mean? Like 90s stuff. We didn't really know what was happening.
you can kind of see what's going on.
Well, yeah, but it's like, what is this geographically? Where are we? I
Yeah, we
can't
don't.
work
Yeah,
out
we
any
don't
of it. It's
really know.
just a
It's
corridor.
just down to sort of cheap production.
People are moving in
basically.
a direction.
They've got to
that's
hide a lot of the set, basically.
Yeah.
What they're basically shooting on.
Tainted
It's like the
buffet at
docks or something,
Jacksonville
I don't
Strip
know.
Club blamed for severe diarrhea incident on stage.
it.
It's been posted by someone called Warrior Cop on Twitter, and it's screen grabs, so it's unverified, so it's definitely true.
In the future, used cable spindles.
That was a cool kick. I like that kick.
No, nice crane shots.
One witness who stayed to watch the aftermath of the incident said, "High heels and diarrhea really don't mix."
That's a good line.
Get news on this channel.
Yeah.
Current affairs.
Informative.
Current affairs.
He didn't know if he was going to be shot or not. Then he went, "Yep, I've been shot."
Yeah. Just waiting for the squib to go off.
Yeah, he was, wasn't he? He was like, "Is it going to happen?"
Did it
here?"
happen? Like,
Oh,
oh! Remember seeing some guys rigging up a jacket on Jack Ryan with squibs and stuff. That was so cool. Seeing them put them all in. It's proper hard work. Look.
Need some good squibs.
Yeah, it's dangerous as well because
Yeah.
exposed to charges and stuff.
Best squibs are in any Paul Verhoeven movie. Isn't it, really?
Jesus, that man. Or Troma films as well. There's a great story in Lloyd Kaufman's first book, and basically this dude, they just got a dude to do the squibs who they didn't really, it's a bit of an unknown quantity, and he was kind of like, yeah, I'm just going to put the metal plate on the back of the guy's head and we're going to have the plate go off, and Lloyd Kaufman's kind of like, you sure about that? Is that safe? And he's like, yeah, it's fine. He insisted that they do it on a mannequin, and he used enough explosive charges that pretty much blew up the mannequin's head.
Oh,
Because he was kind of like, I think you're using too much. And the guy was like, nah. Yeah, and it would have taken this fucking guy's head off or whatever.
no.
Yeah, well, that's it. If you want someone to use real explosives on your film set, go cheap.
Yeah, skimp on that.
Skimp on that, yeah. You want to save money.
The guy's experience was setting off a few fireworks.
Yeah,
You
he's
know, they- I'll
arguably
do it.
less experienced than
I'll be
I
a pyrotechnic now.
am. Easy.
Honestly, some people do talk their way into films that they really don't know what the fuck they're doing. It's a bizarre thing. But yeah.
If I ever work on your film, that ain't what's happened. Just so you know.
No.
Yeah, I could do bombs or whatever, fine. Let's party.
No, you taste all cold.
Yeah, is that necrophilia?
Technically.
Technically, she's dead. Yeah.
She's got a zombie face.
Zombie.
You might have, you might have a taste for pasty women.
A taste for the paste.
Pasty.
Yeah, and that's definitely the name of a porno, Tasty for Pasty.
This
It's all redheads.
is basically a porno. It's just missing the set.
That's it, yeah.
And moustaches.
Ah, yeah, well, me.
Look, he's got his Paddy Ashdown jacket as well.
Yeah. Hi now. Personal automatic.
Personal automatic.
I'm having it for me. It's my sex bot.
Bring in the fembots.
Fembot. What? Will you marry me?
Willy Bum.
Yes, this is a hand. What's your point?
Human hand detected. Don't bother me with this shit again.
Hello. Just waves back.
Another fight is going to happen now inside the base again, I'm assuming. Is that the same
So what is
location?
this factory? What is this, a toothpick factory or something? Starts churning out one toothpick an hour. Man. That's what I used to. There's some giant factory up near Haverhill, and I used to go past it when I go to my mates who lived in Halstead in Essex, and it was this huge thing with conveyor belts and blah, 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 and I was no idea what it did, and I was just I thought it made toothpicks. I just said because it must toothpicks out of the wood
One
goes
a
in there,
day.
and it's like all this shit. It was
Just a
about
whole
4
tree
miles
goes
long.
in. And then
Yeah,
one
a whole tree
toothpick
goes,
comes
one
out.
toothpick comes out. It's like Doc Brown's ice maker. It's this massive thing.
I once saw a piece about how they make, rock at the seaside, and to this day I
I
don't.
saw that, yeah. Well, something on BBC were doing every week. They're doing something like how they made rock, how they made bikes.
But was
or
the thing
whatever.
how they made rock that the rock's really huge and then it compresses down?
Yeah.
I always thought that was a lie. Like it feels like a joke. Like
No.
it's really massive and it gets squashed
It's like
down.
extruded into it. Yeah.
Yeah, Because that's how they get the letters in it. And I was like,
That's
"Can't
right,
be
yeah.
Right.
Yeah, but they have to do them like massive as they roll them. It's really like it's nuts. It's the same with when they blow glass. They do marbles. Have you seen how they make marbles?
Yeah, that's nuts.
By hand. It's nuts.
Well, there's another thing that was on QI about how they used to make shot for guns and stuff.
Yeah.
It's like you melt lead and drop it
Goes
from a
down
certain
and-
height
yeah.
into water and then drop, because drops are spherical.
My dad showed me it. There's still a furnace place, whatever, in London. We drove past once, and it still had the
dripper.
what looks like a kind of, because they just look like factory stacks, don't they? But that's for, and it goes down. I think. Yeah,
You got to get it at the right height so it drops in at the right point and
and
stuff.
it cools as it goes down. I suppose.
Similar thing to making fudge. You got to drop it in the water, and if it forms a ball, it's ready or some shit. I made fudge once. My mum, that was fucking elaborate. Just buy flowers next time.
I thought fudge you do on like a table, and then you mix it up, and you just keep moving it till it gets harder.
You're supposed to have a special thermometer, but if you don't, you use the drip it in a glass of water off a spoon to see if it's fudge talk.
Yeah. Well, from poo to fudge.
But it's not far off, is it?
So it looks like the overground dwellers have like basically got their way into
This
the
shitty
rich-
old factory
the rich
where people
folks,
live. I got to say, it doesn't look
land.
particularly opulent, does it? The fucking rich land.
Yeah, I think I'd rather be
Well,
on
it's
the
like-
surface, to be honest.
Wait, but, okay, all the rich people living underground, right? But I have not seen that many.
Never seen
people.
any of them.
All I've seen is the security people.
You saw a
Yeah.
father, and that was it.
Yeah. So it's like, well, why are they?
Yeah.
Why try and defend this place? It seems pretty.
Just a factory that makes nothing. Like,
Yeah, who wouldn't live down here anyway?
well, it's like the whole Zion thing in the Matrix. It's like I wouldn't really want to live there.
Yeah, it looks kind of shitty,
Can
doesn't
you
it?
just plug me
Yeah.
back in the Matrix, please, so I can
Yeah,
at least
yeah.
have a good
I
life?
would. Yeah.
I know I never understood those films because it's like, well, what are you trying to save?
Plus, the rebels are kind of twats as well.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
kind of like, my name is Slobberdope, and it's like, no, it's not.
And all we do is have this underground rave, but it's shit.
Yeah,
And,
big
you know,
sweaty rave.
Yeah.
Like, nah,
I'm good.
I'm right.
Everybody's got names like the ones kids used to give themselves in Laser Quest.
Yeah.
Everyone's called like Dark Hawk or whatever. Fucking-
Like, what if you're not into that type of music? You're not in the mood to dance. You'd be like, well,
And if you're not into
I don't
wearing
know.
black leather, you're kind of fucked, aren't
yeah,
you?
yeah.
Well, it's that thing as well. Like, yeah, that rave is just people banging on drums. It's like on the soundtrack on the score. There's like,
Yeah, it's all
But-
proper.
As a synth kicks in, Where does this keyboard come from?
yeah, stop kicking me. Hello.
Is that... It's Bruce, what's his name from Mad Max 3, isn't it?
Matthias Hughes again, I think. Yeah.
No, the gyrocopter guy. From
Oh, yeah.
Who's in the
also
Matrix
as
sequels.
well. Yeah, it's the
Yeah.
train guy.
And in Ace Ventura When Nature Calls. Yeah, he's the train guy.
Well, who's he in Where Nature Calls?
He's one of the two, like
Oh, the
grubby Aussie hunter guys.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Can't remember his name. It's Bruce, isn't it?
Ooh.
I was just Australian. It's Bruce, fucking Bruce.
I don't think anyone in Australia is called Bruce. Just like no one drinks Foster's.
God, why would you? Fuck me.
Well, if you're on a budget.
Yeah, I was going to say, I drink Foster's. Foster's is what I consider, that's barbecue or festival beer.
Yeah.
If someone else
Yeah.
has it and it's free, I'll drink it, but I
I
won't
wouldn't
take
pay
out a
for
choice.
Never buy
Yeah.
a pint of it because that was the point.
Yeah.
Tastes like wet dog.
Wet dog, yeah.
And I've tasted many wet dogs. Okay, yeah.
I think the problem is, right, 'cause
Fights are
you've got
good.
these guys who are clearly are good martial artists, right? What they can do with the kicks and stuff, fine. But it's just like, it's quite blandly covered, so it's all becomes a bit of a bore to watch.
It's funny because
You know what I mean?
the non-fight scenes are the most creative. The actual fight scenes, they're not covered in a very interesting way at all. So
Yeah.
it's got
They're
this.
choreographed, interestingly. But
Yeah.
yeah.
They're just shot and edited in this kind of really Power Rangers-y, you don't
Yeah.
really feel any of the
Cameras
hits.
is on the
and-
floor all the time, looking up at them, and I don't know. And every fight is kind of shot like that. There's not like one action scene is going to be kind of shot different than the other. It's always
Well,
the same.
it looks to me like the guy turned up on the day. They were like, "Show me the action," and it's like so they're like the various points in the fight, like then when he kicked the knife away. It's like, oh, so we get a cutaway of that happening, and then it's all just dictated by how the fight's been choreographed.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like, like you say, it's just like cameras on sticks looking at them up like from the ground, and there's Dutch angles and shit.
They I like, the fight scenes really outstay their welcome as well.
That guy's mullet.
Oh, scratching him.
Oh, you did a bit of a Kenshiro, whatever it is. Out of Pistol Whip Style.
Death of a
Hokuto
thousand.
Shinken.
Was it Death by 1,000 paper cuts? Or
Death of 1,000 cuts.
yeah, that's right.
Death by 1,000 tickles.
I got to say, the aftermath of that scratching wasn't very impressive.
No, it's just like, well, that might have been minorly painful, but
It was
ketchup on him.
not nearly as bad as Bruce Lee in Game of Death. No, Enter the Dragon, sorry.
yeah.
Man gets sliced the fuck up. Fuck you, Julian Barrett.
Follow me to our quarter. With a beard.
at the rear.
Yeah, I have a beard.
Do you
Jog
think-
slowly. Hold that
Yeah, don't,
because
you
they've
know.
got a hold in their shit.
They don't want to let anything out. Bolo hasn't had a shit for 15 years, doesn't matter. It's coming out.
It's all stored in his pecs.
It started coming out of his pores.
12 Keurigs.
12 Keurigs. Damn it, Sharon, you just don't understand.
No, shirt's coming off.
Me's business now.
This is next disguise.
Stripping.
Shirtless hench dude.
He is cut from granite, and you look at him. A jacket.
Oh my god.
Check it out.
Who was that?
Don't worry, it's medium.
Yeah. Gonna grab him by the cock.
Let's punch him in the heart.
Yeah.
Desperately clenching.
What's this escaping everything? Oh, that was cool. Again, it's that sort of thing the Dark Knight Rises suffer from, which is like if you can have a fight on a small walkway like that, there's not much you can do other than just punch each other in the
Kinda
face.
quite limited.
Yeah. Or as I like to call it, the titty room.
We originally called it the death area.
But, you know, it's been done. It's like where Superman gets covered in ice.
This is like a corn silo or something.
Yeah. What does this factory do? Makes boiled eggs.
It's a pickled egg factory. Someone's going to get drowned in a vat of vinegar at the end.
Yeah.
I don't
live here.
like boiled eggs. I feel right at home.
There's a very good reason he doesn't speak.
Yeah, he's just obsessed with boiled eggs. Yeah.
Give me a minute.
What?
Is this still going on? Fuck me.
Oh.
That was quite cool.
It's all cool. Like, I mean, I have to say, all the fighting is really
Yeah,
good.
that's pretty neat. Is that just real? Or is
Yeah, I think so.
So it's just like a power station or something.
Very
isn't it?
winded here. It sounds great.
It's just egg
Unless it's
pops
not
out.
a missile silo, is it? It's just a cooling tower, maybe.
Something like that, yeah.
Television room.
Yeah.
It's where they
All
shot
this
bad
sort of-
Like a
influence.
TV like morphed with a ghetto blaster there. Your father's program.
Yeah. My program is Ally McBeal. What's yours? It's like a sort of super collider or something.
We're going to
Super-
smash together Ally McBeal and L.A. Law to make
Yeah.
the perfect big city crime drama.
Super collider. I hardly knew her. Then I built the super collider.
What is he doing? Just fanning around with his kicks.
Ow!
So he's doing that kind of game of death moment where Bruce Lee versus Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Kareem
whatever
Abdul-Jabbar,
he-
yeah.
yeah.
Boiled egg kick.
Thank you.
That was I just saw the mats on the floor. Did you not see
you?
that? They were crash mats.
No.
Oh, dude, the bit earlier on when What's-Her-Face jumped on Nana's rug, it was so clearly hiding a crash mat, like it buckled and shit.
Yeah. No, but they were literally just balls out crash mats on the floor that then disappeared in the reverse.
Gotta get your shirt off.
Terrible. Bin it. It's all over.
Is that they're killing the surface world? Is that the whole thing?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
What are we going to do? We're going to mix NTSC and PAL signals.
Cross the streams.
Create a laser beam. That's going to do something. I don't know.
I
It's
was
just a blue
blue,
light in
I
the
was
sky.
deep, I was dying. I was blue, I was blue.
Your crap.
You're crap. Is that what we said?
No.
Oh, a bit of CG there. Look at
Okay.
that.
It's Lawnmower Man.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
is, isn't it?
Job.
That's where the budget went.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know.
That cost
Bow
$5 million.
Dollar, dude.
It's $1 million a day.
Yeah. You're lazy. $1 million a day.
Oh, this. Do you know what? I'm very much on board with TC 2000, but this climax is doing my head in a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a cooling tower, isn't it?
Evacuate is like, no, not yet.
Bowel evacuation.
Imminent. What was that? He just went,
Waving his fart. It stinks quickly. Get rid of it.
Ooh,
oh, hello.
fireworks. Fucking Roman candle.
Yeah.
Because we can't actually show that.
It's so amazing. Keep his shit in.
That's definitely GIF worthy. Oh, look, that was like a little tea dance, wasn't it?
Look, that mat on the floor again. I saw.
I'm missing these mats.
If you keep an eye on the floor, you'll see him, no doubt. Oh, right in the cock. Right in the bad guy cock.
The bad cock.
His cock's got a beard as well.
Like the form of Crash Mat's got like a bed sheet, like a Thundercats bed sheet.
Thundercat's bedspread from Argos. Yeah, that just made like a Popeye noise. Just
All these slow kicks, you can literally just move out of the way of them.
it's very
I think
much.
it's by the end, everyone's getting a bit tired. Obviously, they're shooting at night times. Everyone's knackered, and everyone's like,
It's the big long punch up from the Fast Show, isn't it?
Yeah.
"Oh, show." Yeah.
The big long punch up, Gladiator.
Which season's that?
I think that's from the specials, like the last ever Fast Show.
Oh, damn it! I got
So they've got like
I've
swords
been
and
watching
shields.
Fast Show again recently. It's on,
That's great. I love the big long punch up. It's one of my favourites.
season 1 though.
It's two blokes. I think it's Charlie Higson and Paul Whitehouse, and he's like punching him in the guts. He's got like a big fat belly. It's great.
Punching each other in the guts.
They really are working their poo valves, aren't they?
Yeah.
Right in the poo valve. Bolo's got some like 34 double Ds going on. He's got some
Yeah.
real
Trouble is
chunky
with his
boobs.
pants hoisted up like that. It's like
Yeah.
doesn't leave much.
Was that kind of Hong Kong style where they take, because Bruce Lee's pants were way up as well.
Yeah.
It's all
Yeah,
about
the longer torso.
making your legs move, isn't it? Basically, you can do the high kicks.
Was he electrocuted or turned off?
It's hard to tell, isn't it?
That's very low.
Fireworks display.
Bloody dildo, but
See, that chimney is not the chimney they showed. The diagram showed a cooling tower. This shows a big long cigar one.
Yeah, yeah.
that was a tiny rocket. That's supposed to be that small.
Why can't he go in the lift?
The lift goes as fast as a man climbing a ladder anyway.
Like, you go on the outside. See you at the party, Richter. Look at my thumb.
Look, Bono loves his little flary moves.
Look at my thumb. Now I keep
Exactly
going.
what Bruce Lee does, isn't it? You know, it's sort of, you know.
That guy's like, and I'm off with my locks flowing.
Just run away, coward.
Howard the coward.
Brave, 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 brave Sir Robin.
Go on, Billy.
Go, Billy. Go, Billy.
Atmospheric gases. Warning. Warning.
Techno babble.
Excess sulfur.
Excess over.
Dietary concerns.
Compacted bowel. Excess gas buildup.
Everyone in this is proper shredded.
Yeah,
You're
massively.
shredded, yeah. They're just all their mates from the gym.
Yeah.
Put in the film.
In the dick.
Oh, I should punch him in the dick. There's some real dick shots in this
Yeah,
movie.
really? Oh, yeah.
Testosterone, the movie.
Dick Shot the movie.
Yeah.
Billy Blanks in Dick Shot. Nigel Dick Shot solves crime in future LA. Ooh, look at that.
Flexed impact.
Yeah.
They do look like they're full of poos, don't they?
Yes,
Yes, that was all building up to that, like the
Special
transfer
move.
punch.
That's amazing.
What's coming out?
Blood.
Blood.
Yeah, I
I
know,
just internally injured him.
So
again.
all his organs.
I gotta say, it's not great visual storytelling, is it? But
It's kind of his one-inch
Come on,
punch
do
thing,
it.
isn't it?
yeah, it's
Just
kinda like a
run
one
over
thing.
him. Come
Do
on.
it.
Teabagged him.
It's a 1 inch teabag. No, it's the egg chamber from Alien.
Chemical fallout, yeah. Bolo poo imminent. Just because it done the whole.
Got you, Stalin.
Stalin.
He's back.
Get off me, Pol Pot.
He's kind of like Stalin dressed as Che Guevara, isn't he?
Yeah.
Played by Julian Barrett. Oh, it's really far. Is he lynching him? Oh, brutal.
Nice.
That's not lynching, that's hanging. Lynching is when you tie someone's hands behind their back and attach that to the rope and throw them off something.
Wait, hold on.
Lynching doesn't mean hanging people.
It's not hanging people by the neck.
No. Lynching's where it's like where you bind your hands together behind your back, or not you do it, but you do it. As well.
I've never done that.
And then you attach a rope just like you would hang them, and then you throw them off something, and it literally rips their arms like backwards. And it's horrible. That's what actual lynching. I know when they talk about lynch mobs and stuff. That's usually, that's usually in relation to hanging
people from trees.
But,
and things.
lynching.
Oh, well, there you go. There's
like
there's
a
my
lynch mob.
QI fact for the day.
Why has he got a massive mirror? Give it a 1-inch punch.
not?
Right in her pussy.
Scissor me timbers.
That he fixed her by talking to her.
Yeah.
Stop being a robot.
See, I hate that. I mean, we're about to
Stop being a robot.
look at
Stop all the downloading. Stop all the downloading.
It's that thing where it's like we're about to see with the because we're going to do the RoboCop remake in a bit, and it's just like just try harder.
Yeah, just try really
Try
hard.
really
Just
hard,
try.
and you can
Come on,
overwrite
you can do it. Just
We'll,
try
we'll
it.
get into that, but yeah. Just try harder, RoboCop. It's like telling someone to stop being depressed.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's like, stop having a broken leg, you lazy idiot. Stop all the downloading. Password Zoe. Just your name.
It's not how you spell Zoe either. My mum's called Zoe.
Is it with an umlaut?
Yes, it is.
Oh, there you go. Proper.
Well, not an umlaut. It's a, you know what I mean.
It's like an umlaut, isn't
I
it?
don't
The
think
two
you put an
dots.
umlaut.
Password Underworld. Oh, he's got to put his in. Egg. Bowel movement.
It's got to do it in French because the guy's French.
Lol. Oh, no. Okay.
Live life.
What?
Life.
What?
There's some Greek letters.
Would you have that on like the keyboard? Oh no, because authorization's automatic. I
Otherwise,
suppose,
it's just, do you want to do it? Yes. And he goes, do I want to do it? Yes, just fucking press it. I don't know. I'm not convinced.
but she's no longer a fucking robot.
She just tried hard enough.
yeah.
Don't be one anymore.
Stop being a robot. No!
Okay.
Stop being a robot. No!
I was
Stop
joking
being a
the
robot.
entire time.
Okay,
You
then.
want an egg?
Who's hungry? Smash cut to credits.
Just sat at an egg restaurant eating eggs.
Egg restaurant.
Sorry,
like
an underground egg
a
restaurant.
big skewer covered in eggs.
I will have the egg barbecue.
Egg
I will
soup,
have the egg
egg
soup.
kebab,
Egg kebab.
and the egg ice cream for pudding.
Would you like a side salad with it? No, roughage.
An egg shake to drink.
Just like scrambled eggs, but not.
It'd just be loads of boiled eggs and mayonnaise put in a blender. You just go to the egg diner for the finale.
Les œufs.
It's a classy one. It's a
bistro.
Les Oeufs.
Yeah, yeah.
Les Bistro d'Oeufs.
Why has he got a sword he never used in the film?
Yeah, quite.
Oh well,
All
everybody
those.
gets.
This is brilliant. Look at this.
I love these. I love because it's like what
He
Predator
never
does.
used nunchucks either.
I never wore shades.
He did wear earlier on. That
I
was it
love
once.
these. I love the kind of Predator style
Yeah.
character things. It's not done enough.
They
Though
should
this
say
one's
that.
taken the
Why has
mickey
he
a bit.
still got loads of bling on it?
Why not?
This is just filmed. Yeah, they just filmed this in a. Oh, was that it?
Tiger's Claw.
Tiger Claws TC 2000 Alliance.
At the end of the film, it has like a weird promotional thing for the exercise thing.
Oh,
for
for
TC 2000 exercise gym, whatever, or
Is this a fucking
Protein
promotion? Is this the Mac and Me of fucking exercise videos? Is that-
possibly.
though we've made it all about eggs, but
Bowel obstruction.
Still a source of protein, so.
Paul Jaegersky.
Rick Kiss.
Rick
what a
Kiss.
name! Jager Sky? Is it?
Rogue Johnson. Rogue Johnson. That's when your dick does what it wants. Rogue Johnson.
Goes rogue.
Mike Froelich. Yeah. Victoria Woods.
Dale,
The late Victoria Woods.
Dale Hildebrand. That's Hildebrand is a James Bond reference.
No.
Really?
The Hildebrand rarity is a is actually a title, I think, or one of the short stories.
Raymond McClearly.
Yeah.
You
Speaking
always know what he's saying.
Speaking of clearly, you can see right through the old titles there.
Oh, you can, yeah.
Dave
Gopher
Gopher
Brown.
Brown.
Also,
What colour did you go for, Dave? Did you just go for brown?
want for Brown.
I swear, I guarantee it's probably recorded in like ultra stereo.
Rick-
They couldn't afford Dolby.
Rick
you know.
Panthera, wasn't he from Thundercats? Inglorious Mano.
Mano.
Flight coordinators. If Bolo Young didn't actually.
Art director's called Grid. I'm Grid. Grid and
Direct-
Matrix are two very similar
Yeah,
names
yeah.
that aren't really names. TKO, see, what's that all about? Wardrobe Mistress. Sounds fucking kinky, which makes sense based on this film. Daryl Cornhole. Sorry, Cornford. Too many credits for this film. This film
Yeah,
shouldn't have this
there's a
many
lot.
credits.
Yeah,
How
well,
many assistant Foley people that got?
Nigel Haggis.
there was a lot of Foley in it.
Nigel Haggis, eh?
Sound brackets thanks. David.
Sound thanks.
David. What?
He did the sound and said thank you to everyone.
I think the music just no. I thought the music just fucked off then.
Yeah, that was his thank you.
Where
to
did they
him.
shoot this?
No, this film is dedicated to the memory of Dwayne Arnott. Fair dues. Ontario Film Investment Programme. All right.
Ultra stereo.
This film was brought to you by Canadian tax breaks.
yeah, basically.
Layers Hair Salon. They did all the fucking work.
They supply the.
They do
tops.
some flat
They did
tops
it in
supplied
Layers,
by Layers Hair Salon.
I think-
Well,
I
are
think-
we going to watch the
I
promotion?
think there is like that. Yeah, we go.
Take it, Claire.
Sparring gear.
It's a fucking. It's Mac and Me for sparring gear. Oi, oi. That's grubby. If you thought it couldn't get any grubbier, it's a thing.
It's just an ad.
That's like if you had a fucking. I'll tell you, I was going to make a joke about Head and Shoulders, but that's the film Evolution, isn't it?
or Hairspray.
Hairspray.
That's the end. Well, gents, what do you think of TC 2000?
Loved it. Film of the decade, whichever decade it was made in.
The 90s. It's fun. It was fun. It was a good laugh. I think it's like obviously just a series of kicks.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Interspersed with robot
It's a
stuff.
very flimsy plot. Basically, just filled up with loads of long-winded fight scenes, with people kicking each other, and I mean, people know what they're doing, but it's just kind of very blandly shot with a lot of cameras just shoved on the floor, looking up at people, and every fight's kind of the same.
Well, the non-fight
Generally.
scenes were quite good, I thought. No, dialogue wasn't.
I think
but
it
they were
started out
covered in
quite
a way.
well, how it was shot, and sort of setting up the story, even though it's a fucking very simple story and very kind of bit
Garbage.
silly.
If I had to sit through it, I mean, if it was one of those things where you saw it in a cinema and you weren't allowed to talk or make fun of it or look at your iPad or whatever, which obviously you can't in 1993, then
Look at
or
your Palm Pilot.
eat boiled eggs, look at your TC 2000. I think I'd be really pissed off because I'd be bored shitless. I mean, it's a boring thing, but like because it's not dynamically shot or acted, but I really liked it because
It was kind of good fun. It's
I
actually
really
better than I
enjoyed-
expected.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
Because I was expecting the worst. So yeah, I quite kind of got that for like £5 on Laserdisc.
It's not,
bad,
it's not without
bad.
production value, put it that way.
Yeah. Well, everyone, hope you enjoyed the video special. Me and lads will be back with a commentary to the remake of RoboCop. Okay, everyone, take care and goodbye.
Bye.
If you enjoyed the video, you can find more on my YouTube channel, and also you can follow me on Twitter. If you want to help support the channel, you can donate through Patreon and receive monthly perks such as updates on the latest news on my channel, early access to reviews and commentaries before they go live on YouTube. Even the smallest donation can help keep this channel going. Thank you.